Alright guys, I have here the Dreo oil-filled radiator heater. So I'm going to talk about the features, show you how this thing works, and kind of show you around here. So kind of first things first, I just want to show you how easy it is to move around. So it is kind of a heavy item, but it rolls around real easily, smoothly on these caster wheels. And there's no setup involved. You just unfold those wheels when you first get it, flip it around, plug it in, and you're good to go. So really nice safety features that if you tip it over, it's got that tip over protection where it will turn itself off. So that's pretty cool. As far as other safety features, there's also overheat protection. So if it gets way too hot, it's gonna turn itself off. And there's also a child lock where you can press these two buttons here, and then it'll do a little countdown, and then those buttons will stop working. So let's take a look at the features. All right, so there's essentially two modes for the heating that you can choose from. One is where you have it set to, just more of a generic setting, all the way from H1 to H3. So H1 is going to be your lowest setting. If you want it to get a little hotter, a little faster, you can set that to H2, and then you can put it on full blast on H3 mode. But you do have the Eco mode, which is essentially thermostat mode, so you can set whatever temperature you want to use, and it'll bring it up to that temperature, and then once that temperature is hit, it'll turn itself off. A really nice feature about it is that you can, once you set that temperature, you can switch over to the H modes. You can even turn it off, and then once you turn it back on, it will have remembered that temperature, so that you don't have to keep resetting it from like a certain point. It'll just remember the last setting, so that's really convenient. So as you can see, easy to switch. You just press that button to switch between the two kind of modes there. There's also a timer mode all the way up to 24 hours. And if you just want to turn it off, you change your mind, you just go all the way up to 24, and then the next thing will be these two dashes to turn off that timer mode. And then of course you have that plus and minus button to increase or decrease whatever you may be setting at that moment. There's also a nice mute button. So this whole time I've had it off. That's the way I like it. Otherwise, you're going to be hearing that beeping all the time. And so that's pretty much it. And it does come with this remote, which has every single thing that you see on here. The only thing that's missing would be the child lock feature. So everything else, though, you can control using this remote, and the battery is already included, so you don't have to worry about that. And then lastly, you'll see there is this light here. So nice little extra feature. So it just tells you basically whether the temperature in the room would be considered comfortable or way too hot. So from afar, you can see whether you should be having this on or maybe turned off if it's already too hot. So definitely a great little radiator heater that you can use for extra warmth in your house. Hope that helps you kind of figure out if this may be right for you. So definitely check this thing out today.